This camera doesn't have a backlight scene mode, so the only thing you can really do is adjust the spot meter. Let me show you how to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and press the function button here in the center. That'll access the function menu. Notice that I'm in the manual mode. The manual mode allows me to access all these different options, one of which being the metering option. So I'm going to go down, use the down navigation button to move the highlighted square down to the metering option, and by default it's set to evaluative, and what this does is it looks at the entire scene or your entire picture frame to judge what the right amount of light should be. And in case of backlight, there's an extraordinary amount of light coming from behind the subject, which will make the subject look very dark. So what you want to do is expose for the subject only, and you can do that by pressing the right navigation button to move over to spot meter. Now let's hit set or function to escape that, and now you can see these little brackets surrounding my focusing square. If you have a normal size focusing square, then they'll be in the center of the focusing square. Mine are around it. And if you'll notice, if I focus on something dark, the whole image gets very, very bright because it's exposing for just that dark spot. And if I focus on something bright, then the whole image gets very dark because it's exposing for that very bright spot. So you want to place those brackets on your subject and press your shutter button halfway to lock the exposure and the focus. Press the shutter button halfway. Once that is set, you can recompose the image, move it around to recompose it the way you want it set up, and then press the shutter button the rest of the way to capture the image. The other thing you can try doing is using the flash in order to brighten up the subject. Now this camera doesn't have a very powerful flash, so this may not work the way you want it to, but you can go ahead and give it a shot. And what you want to do in this case is probably press the function button again, access the function menu. Now take it out of spot, and I would go with center weighted average. This will do at least a little bit better job of exposing for the subject and not take into consideration everything that's going on in the background. Go ahead and press function to escape the function menu. Now go ahead and press flash to scroll through the different flash options. You want the flash to be on. Either wait a second or hit set to set that. And now the flash will certainly fire. It shouldn't be set to auto because auto will probably not use the flash because it thinks that there's plenty of light coming into the camera. But what you want to do is force the flash to fire so the camera illuminates the subject. Again, focus on your subject. I usually, if it's a person, focus on their eyes. Just press the shutter button halfway, focus on the subject, recompose, and press the shutter button the rest of the way. The flash will fire, and it should illuminate the subject.